So in this video, I'm going to talk about how I make $10,000 a month as a 30-year-old in Singapore. When I first started working in Singapore, I was earning less than $3,000 every single month. And I just thought to myself, isn't it impossible for people to be making $10,000 every single month? Well, it turns out that it's indeed possible, but it did take me 3 to 4 years in order to build all these income sources that help me break that 5-figure mark every month. So in this video, I'm going to break down all the different income streams that I have in the month of July. So we're going to go from smallest to biggest, and the smallest income source this month will be bank interest, and specifically from the UOB One bank account. If you guys are living in Singapore, high interest bank accounts like this are perfect for keeping money in here in the short term and earning a decent interest on it. So the UOB One account gives you high interest depending on how much money that you're keeping with them. As you can see from this table that is shown, you can see that the first $75,000 gives 3% interest per year. So it's also relatively easy to use. All you have to do is fulfill a few requirements like crediting $1,600 of your salary into the account and spend $500 on a UOB credit card like the UOB One credit card that I'm using right now. So currently I have around $35,000 in this account, and this paid me $86.79 of interest this month. It's not mind-blowing money every single month, but if left to accumulate, I would have earned more than $1,000 in the whole entire year, which is amazing for not doing much at all. So before you rip me to shreds in the comment section down below, why do I keep such a big amount in this account is because firstly, I need to keep this money liquid because I'm planning to buy a house somewhat in next year or so I need this money to be able to be deployed whenever I need to. So secondly, as I'm waiting to deploy this cash in the short term, I will be able to earn good interest on it with very minimal effort, which is pretty nice. I don't have to do anything but just use whatever expenses that I'm currently doing, but I base it on my UOB One account and my UOB One credit card. So if you have money that you need in the short term and you still want to earn a decent interest on it, the UOB One account or any of the high interest bank accounts might be something for you to consider as well. Next will be the side hustles that I'm currently doing to earn extra money. So if you've been following my channel closely, you will know that I was constantly selling custom G-Shock watches online. It's a fairly simple business model where I buy custom G-Shock watch bands online and original G-Shock watches, and then I customize them together to make them look cooler like the AP watches or the luxury watches. So I then sell these custom watches online on platforms like Carousel, eBay, Etsy and Facebook Marketplace. I name all these platforms, but I've actually stopped selling on Etsy and eBay. Yes, Etsy and eBay. So most of the sales actually come from Carousel and Facebook Marketplace. I'm not actively trying to sell more of them because I'm dedicating more time to side hustles like YouTube, TikTok and other things like that, but it's nice to have some extra income coming in here and there every single month. So for the month of July, I sold a total of 2 custom watches on Carousel itself and earned a total of $175. The watches and custom bands, I bought them earlier on in the year itself, so the only effort right now is really to come back home, customize the watches, pack them into the boxes and mail them out. It probably takes me now around 30 minutes of work in order to settle an order, so it's a pretty decent profit for 30 minutes of work every single month. Of course, I'm sure that this is not everyone's cup of tea to sell custom G-Shock watches, but the point here is to find a side hustle that you're potentially interested in and try them out. I first saw this on Stevie Sell's YouTube channel and I thought he could make money from it. Why not I try it in Singapore's context to see if I can earn some money from it? And I've indeed, I've indeed been able to do so. And the main point is that you take the plunge to try something new. I started doing this side hustle last year and I think I've earned around more than $2,000 doing this. Not crazy money, but I'm sure having an extra $2,000 every single year to go on holiday, maybe to Japan to eat some Wagyu beef, sounds like a pretty good idea, right? The third income stream will be through option selling. So this is a fairly complicated method of earning money, but I will try my best to explain it. I'm going to try to explain option selling through this cup of coffee right here that I'm drinking for this filming of the YouTube channel itself. Delicious. So imagine this cup of coffee is my Alibaba stock and it cost me $10 to buy it. So now that I own it, I can form a contract with another buyer to say that in a month's time, if the price of my cup of coffee goes up to $20, I will still agree to sell it to him at $15, for example. So for this contract that we are signing, he's basically going to pay me a small sum of money to honor this contract itself. So if in a month's time, the price of the cup of this coffee is below $15, he doesn't need to do anything and I get to keep both the money from the contract and this cup of coffee. But if the price of the coffee is above $15, I will then sell this cup of coffee to him at $15 and keep the money from the contract itself, which means that I will no longer own this cup of coffee anymore. So this is basically the whole gist of selling call options, and hopefully this example helps you guys understand things a bit better. I've earned a total of $207 USD from selling options on Alibaba stock, which comes up to about $279 in SGD for this month itself. So for this method itself, I want to be fully transparent with you guys. You need a relatively large amount of money to get started with option selling. So to give context, I'm using around $23,000 to earn this $207 of USD. So for this large amount that I'm using, it's not a lot of return on this, but of course, if I can repeat this every single month, I will earn a decent income from it on a yearly basis as well. The next income source is actually a very interesting one called IPPT money. I'm sure all the Singaporean men that are below 40 usually still have to take IPPT every single year to maintain your fitness. I am a physio by occupation, so I really just see this as a way to maintain my fitness and earn some money at the same time. So I made it a personal goal to get IPPT Gold every single year, and for that it pays me a one-time payment of $500 a year, and I've been doing it for the last 10 years or so. So for all the men who didn't ask for my stats, this is the stats right now. I did 60 push-ups, 49 sit-ups, and ran 10 minutes and 55 seconds for my 2.4 km run. This is quite good for my performance at 30 years old, and even though it sounds like very good money, it actually took me quite a long time to train for it. So I've been training my running and push-ups diligently for one whole year, just like my YouTube channel, one entire year of effort without any payment. Now is the time where I saw that $500, and my sit-ups also took me 3 months to train for as well. So for a whole year's worth of effort, $500 is not a lot of money, but it is free money, so I'll take it. Your health is super important, and all the money in the world won't be able to buy back your health. So if you're able to please keep your fitness in check and earn this free money for yourself as well. The next income stream will be dividends. So I have 2 dividend payouts this month, and the first one will be from the Singapore Savings Bonds that paid me $74.25. I've talked about this numerous times on my channel itself. This is also one of the ways that you can keep money in a medium term sort of horizon, because the Singapore Savings Bond pays you for up to 10 years. So depending on when you need the money, you can pull them out, but if you can really keep them inside for the next 10 years or so. So I have around $35,000 that I've invested into the Singapore Savings Bonds, so it pays me monthly dividends. This is also money that is relatively liquid, and you can get the money back in 1 month's time if you redeem it. It pays around 3% per year, so it's actually quite similar to the UOB1 account, just that it doesn't have any requirements and it takes some time to redeem the money, and it also has that 10-year horizon. UOB1 account, you don't know when they can change the interest. Maybe they might change the interest a couple months from now. They changed the interest a couple months before that to lower the interest as well, so people who had a lot of money inside were actually affected if you didn't diversify into other platforms or other areas that can earn you interest as well. So the other dividend payout was from owning Alibaba stock again. So Alibaba started paying dividends this year, so that was a really nice surprise for me. I was not expecting to earn any money from it. I own around $50,000 worth of Alibaba stock, and it paid me a total of 846 USD this month, which comes to around 1,143 SGD. So this is nice because it's essentially double income, because I get to earn dividend income from Alibaba and earn money from selling options on it as well. So in total, I've earned a total of $1,217.25 from dividends. Lastly will be my biggest income stream, which is my full-time job as a physiotherapist in a private clinic in Singapore. So after CPF deductions, I've earned a total of $9,500 this month itself. I'm very fortunate to have stumbled into this career, and even more so into such a high-paying job like this. I do acknowledge that not everyone in this position to be earning such a high amount, especially in their job, so I'm very grateful for it. I get to help patients every day with their pains, and I'm paid well for it. So if you guys who are around my age of around 30 years old or so, don't be disappointed if you are not earning such a high income. No matter how much money you earn, I started off with $3,000 as I was working in the government hospital, and then slowly I grew my skills, grew my income from that as well. But no matter how much money you earn, there will always be someone who earns more than you. I've heard this phrase before, I can't remember where I heard it from, but life is really like going to the gym. No matter how much money you earn, if you look to the left, there's always one more person that's actually earning more than you, and if you look to the right, there will be one other person that will want to be in your position in a heartbeat. So be grateful for where you are, but always continue striving for more if it makes you happier as well. Everyone's industry is a bit different as well, so you really just got to work out how you can increase your income, either through upgrading yourself or finding higher paying jobs as well. So if you stayed to this point in the video, you definitely deserve to know how much money I earn in total. So in total, I have earned $11,758.49 for the month of July. 11.7k isn't that nice of a number, which is why I put the title as earning 10k, as that sounds and looks nicer as well. This is honestly a very big amount for me, and I want to show you guys that this is me trying to be transparent with my money. I'm not flexing in any way or so. This is just a way for me to document my income on this channel itself. I hope by doing so, it inspires you to either increase your income or search for other income streams to invest your time and money, so that you can overall, earn more money, but also be happier with the way you are living your life as well. If you are frustrated with the way you are living, or you're unhappy with your life itself, then quit bitching and stop complaining. Do something about it. You know, the complaining isn't going to help you. You really need to get off your ass and do something about it. And I mean, I am miserable sometimes. I'm annoyed, I'm frustrated at times as well. You can complain all you want, but keep that time very, very limited, and after that, go do something about it. Don't just be a victim of it. So this concludes how I earn $10,000 every single month. If you enjoyed this video here, then you'll probably enjoy this video here on how much money I spent in the month of July. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing day as usual, and I'll see you guys in the next few videos. Bye bye.